A warm welcome to everybody to our virtual transition day. And that's a warm welcome to all of our new Year 7s, whether you've been at CFS in our primary phase or if you're joining us in September from elsewhere. I really hope that you have an enjoyable day as possible. Obviously, normally what I would be doing is welcoming you in to the school hall, and you'd be having a chance today to meet each other, perhaps for the first time, or to meet your tutors and your head of year. But unfortunately, the current situation means we've got to do things a little bit differently at the moment. But it's very important for me to introduce myself to you. If you don't know me already, my name is Mrs. New and I am Principal of Chichester Free School. So you'll be seeing a lot of me around next year. I make sure that I get into classrooms as much as possible. And also one of my big passions is to ensure that those of you who are working hard and doing well get the praise that you deserve. So every 2 weeks I hold a Principals Award where pupils from across the whole school, primary and secondary, get to come and have a celebration with me if they've done something particularly amazing in the previous week. Also, if you earn lots of house points, I spend a lot of my Monday emailing home to parents, and I know those of you who are in our CFS Year 6 have had many emails from me already. There's lots of other people that you will need to get to know at CFS, and again, unfortunately, you can't meet them face to face today. But we have Mr. Phillips, who's actually new to the school, so he is new to all of you. He is our new deputy principal, joining us in September. He comes from another local secondary school, and he is going to be overseeing the teaching and learning that you receive in all of your lessons. We also have Mr. Hardwick, who is in charge of behaviour and pastoral needs, and he oversees a whole team of people who are there to support you, perhaps when you're finding things a little bit difficult. Mrs. Holton is our assistant principal in charge of inclusion and special educational needs, and we also have Mr. Paul, who some of you will know formerly as our head of maths, who's now stepping into a new role, and he will be overseeing how you get on in your lessons, your academic achievements, and how you are progressing towards obviously GCSEs, which will seem ages away at the moment, but we will start to get you ready for when you join secondary school. And of course, possibly one of the most important people for you to meet is Miss Oxley and of course Mrs. Hermans, and I know that you've already received a video from them as well. Miss Oxley is our head of Year 7 and Mrs. Hermans is our pastoral officer linked directly to Year 7. You do of course, our new Year 7s, all have a form tutor, and you will be grouped in classes of 30 in a house. So you'll either be in Aquila, Noctua, Pegasus or Phoenix, and all of you will meet together every morning to meet your tutor, set yourself up for the day, and they will be there to help you as you transition into secondary school. Now, big thing today is that because you can't meet those tutors in person, you're going to have the opportunity to meet them via a Zoom meeting. So if you haven't already, make sure your parents have opened up the email and you've got your login details for that Zoom meeting. Don't panic if you can't join. It is an invite, and I know for some of you it's not something that you'd probably want to do over a video message, but if you can do, it's a really lovely thing for you to do, just so you can put a face to the name and also even meet some of your new tutor group. Joining secondary school can be really scary, and that's the same whether you're coming from CFS primary school, from another primary school with lots of friends, or indeed if you're joining us without anybody who's been at your current school. It can be scary for everyone, but we are here to help you settle in and to make sure that you make that transition as positively as possible, and even more so this year, as for many of you, I'm sure you've been out of school now a long time, although I know lots of you have been enjoying being back in over the past few weeks. But if you've got any questions over the summer, please do not hesitate to ask. The school office is open for a lot of the summer. I check my emails quite regularly, and your tutors, I'm sure, will talk to you about ways in which you can find out more information. You're going to have a lot of information today as well through our videos. So as well as an English and maths lesson, so you get a bit of an idea of how those lessons will be conducted in Year 7. We're also going to introduce to you our passion project, which we would love as many of you as possible to get involved in over the summer holidays, so it gives us all something to share and discuss when we all return in September. There's also on the YouTube site a tour of the school, which again isn't quite the same, is it, as you being able to come in yourself, but it's a brilliant tour just to show you how things look. But just bear in mind that the school does look slightly different at the moment. Obviously we've got lots of things going on in terms of, we've got our childcare provision in the sports hall, we've also got the rooms set up quite differently, and there's lots of barriers and things around, as I'm sure there are at your primary schools as well. So don't panic if you see something you think that looks a bit strange. It's because obviously things at the moment are a little bit different. You'll also have received a link for your parents, because I would normally today be meeting them later in the day as well to talk through lots of information with them. So they're receiving a PowerPoint and audio from me, but I'm sure they'll let you have a look as well, because there's some important things in there that pupils always ask about, things like homework, what you need to wear, what you need to bring, what time the day starts, what time it ends, and so on. And we've also put together a big pack for your parents, and again for you, to give you information on all of those things. But for now, our brand new Year 7s, welcome. I cannot wait to meet you in person. I'm sure I've met a lot of you before, whether in the school or during our open evenings or open mornings, but for some of you it will be our first meeting, and it'll be fantastic to do that in person in September. But for now, enjoy the rest of our virtual transition day, and of course enjoy a fantastic summer, and we look forward to seeing you in September. Bye for now.